It's been nearly a year since The Batman has been released into theaters, and it seems as though the older this film gets, the more people start to appreciate it more. Having seen it multiple times as well, I can say that this movie is oddly rewatchable despite its long runtime. There's also something special about being able to reinvent a character that has been reinvented countless times before. Batman is such a repeated property, yet Matt Reeves is able to make this film feel strangely refreshing, which is definitely a part of its appeal. So, how was Matt Reeves able to accomplish this? Well, all the answers are found within the first 10 minutes of this movie. This film's opening sequence is possibly the best I've seen from a comic book movie. It's important to remember that Batman is supposed to be a horror story to criminals. The simple idea of hearing the heavy clanking of his boots and his large figure coming out of the shadows is terrifying to them. He's human, but in many ways he's not just a man. The emphasis of this aspect of his character, the nightmarish urban legend that has come to life, makes him the most menacing and the scariest Batman, in my opinion, above any other live-action adaptation.
I'm vengeance.
While the Riddler himself is not physically present for much of the film, the thought of his threat is constantly looming. Every riddle Batman gets through, every clue he gets towards the Riddler's true identity, every corpse found in the Riddler's rampage, he is nowhere to be found, yet he feels constantly present. The interrogation scene is quite literally the only time Batman and Riddler share a physical space together, but it feels more than enough. The first thing we see entering the interrogation is the Riddler slowly being revealed from Batman's point of view, looking down at him while he's in chains, an orange jumpsuit, and is maintaining an unassuming expression. He looks completely normal. Maybe the relatability of his appearance is what makes him the most scary, like many killers in real life. However, this layer of human skin slowly wears off as his true persona and instability gradually leaks through, cracking through the facade. Interestingly, they actually overestimate how smart the other one is right from the start. Batman falsely believed that the Riddler's schemes were so planned out that he even figured out his secret identity.
Bruce Wayne. He's the only one we didn't get.
The Riddler believed that Batman already knew about his plans from the start and was just going along with it.
Why did you write me?
What do you mean?
All those cards.
I told you. We've been doing this together. You're part of this.
We didn't do anything together.
We did. What did we just do? I asked you to bring him the light, and you did. We're such a good team.
We're not a team.
I never could have gotten him out of there. I'm not physical. My strength is up here. I mean, I had all the pieces. I had the answers, but I didn't know how to make them listen. You gave me that.
I gave you nothing.
You showed me what was possible. You showed me all it takes is fear and a little focused violence. You inspired me.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
What?
In a really demented, strange way, they deeply respected each other's intellectual abilities. The aspect of both of their reactions here really nailed this scene for me because, at this point, this is not an older, battle-hardened, experienced Batman. This is a younger, more explosive fighter who is still learning and hasn't dealt with someone of Riddler's mental capabilities. As he learns that he himself inspired the Riddler's reactions, he aggressively denies him of any acceptance or realization, attacking him for being a psychopath, so engrossed with rage that he uncharacteristically doesn't even want to save him.
Sick. Twisted.
How can you say that?
You think you'll be remembered?
You're a pathetic psychopath.
Begging for attention.
You're gonna die alone. No! A nobody!
And of course, it wouldn't be the Riddler without a hint of overwhelming narcissism and complete emotional distress when he isn't exactly right.
This is not how this was supposed to go. I had it all planned out. We were gonna be safe here.
Fast forward to the final fight of the movie. Batman takes down a criminal with a flurry of vicious strikes. He's pulled off by Gordon, too possessed by rage to control himself. Then, as the Riddler thug is unmasked, he reveals his true identity.
Who the hell are you? I'm vengeance.
It's at this very moment that Bruce finally realizes the effect he's had in Gotham for the past year. Enveloping the city in his signal of fear and vengeance has overwhelmed everything else. One of my favorite shots of the film is the overhead shot of Batman helping the citizens of Gotham out of the debris and using a flare to lead them to safety. It's a powerful and meaningful moment because it shows the development of Batman as a character and what really makes him a hero. At the end of the film, Bruce realizes that being a symbol of fear and vengeance to criminals isn't enough. It's not only made Gotham a darker place, but it's also distracted him from his own goals. Batman up to this point used crime fighting as a medium for his suppressed emotions, and due to his lack of parental figures growing up, the proper guidance needed to deal with such a traumatic event as a child was simply not there.
It was my job to protect them. Do you understand? I know you always blamed yourself. You were only a boy, Bruce. I could see the fear in your eyes, but I didn't know how to help. I could teach you how to fight, but I wasn't equipped to take care of you. You needed a father. All you had was me. I'm sorry.
If it weren't for Alfred, who knows what he would have become? It's a clear point towards the end of the film that the Riddler and Batman are really two sides of the same coin, with different circumstances being the main reason for them having severely different paths. Viciously punishing those who do wrong will never be enough. In order for Gotham to truly change, he must lead by example and inspire heroism in others. Nothing will change what has already happened. It is this cathartic moment where Bruce finally recognizes that the perception around Batman has to change, as symbol is nothing without its followers. The Batman teaches us that no matter how many hardships you face in life, you can always overcome the scars of your past and transform into a better version of yourself. The symbol that Batman represents becomes more powerful than it's ever been at the end of the movie, not because of the focused rage he's accumulated from his childhood, but the hope that he instills in the people he saves. In conclusion, I really enjoyed this version of Batman, and it might actually be my favorite interpretation yet. It felt like a breath of fresh air seeing a younger and inexperienced Batman learning as he spends more time out in Gotham. While Snyder's grizzled and battle-hardened version of Batman felt physically imposing, I feel like that interpretation didn't really do Batman's overall character justice and never really got into why Batman is such a great hero. So far, I really like where Matt Reeves is going with this Batman, and an entire cinematic franchise completely centered around Batman and his rogues gallery feels really exciting. It feels like DC films are finally getting more traction nowadays, especially with the new slate of films for the James Gunn reboot, so I hope these characters are given a properly developed universe where they can all shine. So here's to the future, and thanks for watching.